Good morning, Kamook heads. We have a lot to talk about with what Trump has been doing over the last couple weeks. But let's start with the little conference he had with Putin with, giant fighter jet flyovers, red carpets, firm handshakes, the weird pulley thing he does. There you go. And a steak lunch that got canceled faster than your favorite Netflix show during the Big Mouth era. They call me the Kamookster, and today we're going to be going over the little meeting that Trump had with Putin a couple weeks ago, and how that affected things going forward. So usually I do some more meme forms of content, top 10 lists, stuff like that. But I decided to lean away from the Kamookster account and make a separate one for politics, video essays, general commentary on whatever I feel like it. But please like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave a comment on how you feel about this, and just enjoy the video. We're going to be reading out our subscribers of the week a little bit later in this video, so stay tuned for that. So picture this: a pair of dictators come together, and it's so grandiose. They roll out red carpets, there's handshakes, applause, all sorts of things, all culminating in nothing. Yeah, nothing. They're just like two bros that came together to see each other, make plans to hang out and not actually do them. We all have that one bro that we always say we're gonna hang out with, but we don't actually because we don't really fuck with them. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. All right, there was no ceasefire, no treaties, nothing got signed, no policy whatsoever. They just met, shook hands, kissed a little bit, and went right back home. And honestly, I don't know why any of us are surprised. I'm getting deja vu from Trump Part 1, the 2016 days where Trump would go over to North Korea and claim to send love letters, and there were fireworks and marches and all sorts of things. And now it's Trump's great entrance into North Korea to pass some kind of policy that will get rid of their nukes and create a lasting peace. And guess what got passed? Nothing. We get nothing but photo ops. Trump's foreign policy is basically the equivalent of speed dating. He goes over there and he has no follow through, no true commitment. He just goes over there, meets with them for a day, and he goes back to his main bitch, America. Now I can't imagine what it must be like to be a Ukrainian citizen right now, or Zelensky in the first place, them trying to make deals without Ukraine having any say in it at all, any part to play in it, rather than just being the victims for once. Why don't we get Zelensky and Putin in the room face to face and let Putin face the shame of what he's doing, face the reality of the situation, because that man doesn't get to see any of the harm he causes his constituents. He says, go invade Ukraine, constituents take care of it, and he just sits in his ivory palace eating steaks, but not with Trump though. Not with Trump. No steaks with Trump. No steak lunches. Trump has bigger things to do, all right? Okay, he didn't cancel that date because he was a little tired and needed a nap. He's not sleepy like Joe. No, he's not sleepy like Joe. He had bigger things to do, he had bigger things to handle. The fact that Cracker Barrel is changing its logo. Yeah, Fox is really big on that right now. You should check that out. That's what needs to be reported. That's what's important right now. Okay, bring the Cracker and the Barrel back to Cracker Barrel. So yes, obviously nothing came out of this Trump-Putin summit except a cute picture of the two of them, holding hands and then doing talking about girls and all sorts of things. I don't know what they talked about. Nobody really does, but apparently they got along great, and they have a ton in common.
President Putin, will you stop killing civilians?
But it seems as though that Xi Jinping is trying to move in on Donald Trump's man. Next week in Taijin, Xi Jinping is hosting over 20 heads of state, including Putin, plus the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres. And they're apparently planning the biggest SCO summit ever. It's called the Tianjin Declaration, all about security, renewable energy, and things like that. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with the politics of the world, but obviously when a bunch of politicians get together, certain things that aren't really on the level of us peons living us ants in our little ant hills. things that are bigger than us go down at these summits. Way, way bigger than us. So I don't think they're just going to chat about solar panels. I think that some major policy is going to be set in motion here, or possibly passed, you know? Now, from what I've heard of this summit, I'm thinking that they actually intend on getting something done this time. So I really think that we should have some part to play in it one way or another. I don't think the UN is enough. I feel like we need to send some kind of representative. Send one of the members of Trump's cult. One of the people on Trump's Mount Rushmore of dick suckers. Okay, where's Christy Nolan? Where's Joe Gruters? Send in the Vanster. Send in JD Vance, bro. Screw it. Why don't we send Trump himself into one of these? Or do we not have a choice? Is it invitation only? Because if it is, then it seems that America has been left out. But here's why Xi Jinping's political summit overshadows Trump a little bit. I would say that Putin getting invited to like 2 things within the month is really big on optics for Russia. Really big on Putin being this huge leader that everyone is trying to win the favor of. And I think that their wins are our losses when we're trying to broker peace between them and Ukraine. Like any good like outlook that the Russian people can have on Putin is a loss for Ukraine and a loss for anyone who actually cares about what goes on over there. Letting China seize the spotlight here and inviting like all the world's biggest dictators or like whoever, I'm not even sure who's going, but letting this happen is kind of just like we're getting shoved to the sidelines, man. And it's the same shit I said about like during the tariff video, is that like if we try and like avoid like any type of interaction with the other world and say America first, we will be left out of world affairs, okay? America isn't the only country on planet Earth, all right? So I feel like we need to stay involved so that we can progress along with everyone else, because I know that we are the best as of now. But if we could let everyone gang up on us like this, it's not going to stay that way forever. So what do I think will happen next? I think that Trump is going to try and scramble like the whole Republican Party to host their own summit, a summit of their own, maybe on Mar-a-Lago, maybe with their teen servants and stuff like that, you know. But I think that we're going to, in the coming months or weeks, we're going to try and host our own summit so we can look at least on the same level as China. And I never thought I'd see the day where we would be trying to catch up with China, but I guess that's where we are at this point. All right, we can't just be strong enough to stand on our own legs. We have to compare ourselves to other nations because they're doing better things than us. They're doing bigger things. They're getting policy passed, and that's another thing that I think will happen. Although I do think that the Trump administration doesn't care too much about what happens in Ukraine. I think that the summit in China is going to be what drives us to get some type of policy passed, because if they can't be doing more than we are, once we get into some competition, that's when America gets that's when we work best under a little bit of pressure, it seems. And the pressure of not being number one is definitely enough to wound Trump's ego and get some kind of policy passed. If that's how we want to format the rest of this election, then like so be it. Let's put a fire under his belly and you know, get him moving. Watch out, bro. Come on. But anyway, yeah, I think that this is a crazy circumstance. The idea that they're basically playing in our face, like the rest of the world, you know. China being immediately after our summit talking about, oh, we're gonna have a summit of our own and we're gonna invite 20 people and we're gonna have a steak dinner that actually happens, you know, steak lunch that actually occurs, you know. Like I don't know. I feel like we're getting made fun of here, and I don't like it. I know that Trump probably doesn't like it, or maybe he doesn't know about it because he's too busy watching South Park. But you know, let's just hope that things go well for the little guy. But yeah, here's the main takeaway, is that Trump, he rolled out the red carpet for a photo shoot, while Xi Jinping, he rolled out an entire future, okay? He rolled out the red future. But it seems no matter how this goes, if they really are just here to talk about like global warming, sustainability issues, and renewable energy and stuff like that, then maybe we're trying to broker world peace here. Maybe communism is the move. Nah, I'm joking. That's a joke. Relax. But maybe they're trying to get something done for once, and that would be good, right? World peace is good, but I feel like Trump, he's going to roll in and see if he can take some credit. You know, he's a kid that's a part of the group project, but doesn't actually do any of the work. But he puts his name on at the end, and you know, he gets a 90 along with everybody else. Let's hope that one way or another things do get better. Okay, one way or another. Even if it's just better for China. And I get the feeling that if we see China being so successful, we might ask questions about our own government and where we're headed, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's all I've got for today. I know it wasn't crazy descriptive. I'm just basically telling you the news, what happened. But yeah, Trump met with Putin, and China have their own meeting coming up themselves. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, and I'm going to read out those subscribers of the week now. Yeah, now. It's after this clip. Come here, you can't be in here no more. Alright, thank you for watching till the end of this video, and these are the subscribers of the week. So we have Teddy Monster, Mr. Piccolo, Hyperbole, War Glazer, I Am Green, Giant T, and Mr. DC Gaming. Alright? Those are the subscribers of the week. God bless. Thanks for watching, and stay scheming or keep dreaming. And remember to turn your subscriber public, your subscriber count public. You have to have public subscriptions for me to be able to read your name during the subscribe. This took too long. All right, the video's over. If you hold my teachings, you are really my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. John chapter 8, 31, verse 32.